Hey, welcome everyone. This is Mike from zozostockwatch.com. This is going to be your stock watch list for the 16th of July, Tuesday. So today the markets eked out a record close, but Wall Street seems a little cautious, maybe because it was Monday after the weekend. But it was kind of a sluggish day. The Dow Jones was plus 27. The transports were down 36. The Nasdaq plus 14, and the S&P 500 plus 1, and I'm rounding up. 82% of the stocks trading in the S&P 500 are above the 50-day moving average. So overall, kind of a consolidation day, a good day for the bulls. The bears did try to break us down. I'll show you the 5-minute intraday chart of the SPY in a moment, but bulls did show up and moved us back up. So here's your heat map, courtesy of FinViz. As you can see, the banks were soft today. Citigroup announced their earnings this morning. I'll show you that intraday chart also. So it popped at the open and then kind of sold off the rest of the day on Citigroup. JP Morgan down, Wells Fargo down. The FANG names, we had a mixed market in those. Google up, Facebook down after that big move up last week. Amazon was up fractionally. Apple up almost 1% on the day. The biotechs bounced back a little bit. Oil stocks were down soft today. ConocoPhillips dropping almost 2% on the day. ExxonMobil down 1% for the day. Boeing took a 1% hit today. Honeywell also moving down over 1% on the day. GE got downgraded this morning, down 1% on the day. So that's kind of your heat map. Don't forget, we are in the height of earnings season started today. We had Citigroup this morning, JB Hunt after the bell. You see JP Morgan, Johnson & Johnson, and a lot of names reporting. I did a video, let's get ready for the week ahead. So check that video if you'd like more discussion on the earnings coming up. Of calendar of events for tomorrow. Pretty straightforward. No Fed speak tomorrow. Been a while since we've had a day with no Fed speak, but we get import prices tomorrow at 8:30, retail sales at 8:30, Red Book sales at 5 minutes to 9, industrial production at 9:15 a.m. We do get some housing numbers coming out at 10 o'clock, and business inventories coming out at 10. Then later in the afternoon at 4:30, the API crude oil numbers come out, so that could move oil if it's a drawdown or a build on those numbers. This courtesy of the trade exchange, their calendar. So here's your intraday chart of the SPY. So we were popping up in the pre-market. We came up to 301.25 area in the pre-market. Then we started to sell off at the open. We stayed below VWAP here on this 5-minute extended market hours chart. We remained kind of in a grind down. And then towards the end of the day, they started to lift us back, I guess about mid-session here. And then we just kind of held serve above VWAP, and then into the close, a little bit of a spurt up in the after hours, not too much going on. So that was the SPY today. I'll show you Citigroup after they announced earnings right here. They popped Citigroup up. And then on the open, basically they sold Citigroup off. 10 o'clock, they had their earnings conference call. They kind of moved it up again. And then it kind of just ended up around $71.60. So it was as high as $73 in the pre-market, as low as $70, and kind of just ended up in the middle of that range for today. So Citigroup, the first one to kick off the earnings for the banks. Let's go ahead and look at the SPY chart on the daily chart. So as you can see today and the last few days, we've been kind of grinding up. Note the volume down here on the SPY for today, 33.7 million for total volume for the day. So a Monday in summertime, a little bit light on the volume, but a very hectic week last week. So maybe just the calm calming Monday. The VIX was up a little bit, up 2.75% on the VIX. JNUG was up 2% on the day. MJ also had a reprieve today, a little bit of bounce in some of the cannabis names, such as Cronus Group bounced. We actually traded Cronus Group in the service today. We got a bounce in it. CGC bouncing a little bit. APHA bounced. VFF was getting a little bit of buying off the 200 SMA there. Hexo also. ACB popping. NEPT remained strong and got stronger today on NEPT. That's another cannabis name that was popping and has been relatively stronger than the other cannabis names. Let's see, we had KWeb up a little bit today, the China internet companies. SMH continuing to grind higher, but still below that 116 spot we talked about on yesterday's video. I'll go ahead and bring over some of the alerts that we did in my room at Zozo Stockwatch. We open our room at 6:45 a.m. Eastern Time, sometimes even earlier. I don't know if you can pick that up on the YouTube, but at 6:26, I was saying good morning a.m. Eastern Time to everybody, and we started watching stocks and putting in information. We caught this trade at 7:36 a.m. Watch CLDC. It popped up to $1.35 or so on CLDC. Let's see, another name. We do a pre-market discussion on stocks also. All the alerts are alerted over the microphone. ZM, we talked about this one in the pre-market. It broke through $95 today, and it's still running in the after hours. We have a few traders, and we are still in this one. So a nice move up, almost a $5 move here in ZM. That was a nice catch today. Some folks got a nice trade in CEI today. PRVB popped today. Twitter gave a nice trade today. Let's see if there was anything else that we traded. Here was the alert on Cronus Group over $14.30. Once again, these alerts are put in the room and over the microphone. And then also we talk about how to trade them. So Twitter gave us a nice trade. WKHS was moving up today. We didn't catch a trade in that one. AMD, that was breaking up over 34 bucks. Zscaler got up over $84. Towards the end of the session, we caught, what was it? What was the one we caught? Oh, TTWO was getting some volume towards the end of the day, and we got a trade out of this. This hit my trade ideas scanners, so we were watching it, and we got a nice 10-15 cent pop here in TTWO. So we alerted that in the room for a final trade on the day. So let me get that out of your way. And so good day overall. Some nice gainers there. ZM, a very strong move up on that name. As far as the watch list for tomorrow, we'll go ahead and kick it off with AETI. This one had 4.9 million shares come into it. If they can get it up over $1.50 on AETI, looks interesting. It's had a nice run. Maybe even kind of a pullback reversal move up for tomorrow. Maybe watch for that dip in AETI. Another name, APTO, looks like it's setting up for another trade. APTO. Now, volume was 286,000 shares today, but a nice start here. It's been on this pullback. Now we're back above the 5 EMA. The number up ahead is 290 and then $3. So APTO, maybe keep an eye on that one. Would like to see a little more volume. AQB showing some nice strength today, has that $4. Let's check it in the after hours. Just below $4 still in the after hours. Kind of a grind up one today, 470,000 shares, but will be on watch. It's been as high as 525 on AQB, biotech name. Maybe if we break through that $4 or the highs for today, we might get another push up in AQB. AVRO, nice volume coming into AVRO, nice pop up. This one went all the way as high as 1782, closed at 1642, so it did give some of that back, but dip buyers showed up here. So I'll have it on a chart for tomorrow. Another biotech, this expanding volume here, can't ignore that. Looks interesting. CAPR, I missed this one in the room this morning on CAPR, but nice move up in this one. We'll see if there's anything left in the tank for tomorrow. It popped up all the way to 850, but then pulled back into the close. So we'll see. Big volume in this name today on that news. Check the news on that one. CEI, this recently did a split, so it's getting some intraday pops here and there. If they can ever get this thing back over 450 on CEI, right now didn't close too well today. Kind of a quiet session for it, but we'll keep it on watch. EVOK starting to, we talked about this one on the video last night for you. 5 million shares, a nice pop on this name, EVOK, getting up over the 100 SMA. Nice strong close today. Keep an eye on that one for tomorrow. Maybe a further move up. KPTI, another one we talked about on the video last night. Looks like it needs to get up over that 850, 855 area for tomorrow on KPTI, getting up back above the 200 SMA. It's popped above $10. Let's check it in the after hours, trading at 840 currently. LK, the Starbucks of China, popping up through 20 bucks. I didn't catch this one, so I'll be watching this one. Maybe it gives a pullback, a reversal type of a trade, but if they want to extend this one up over maybe 2110, you might get a continuation move in LK. LYFT, that $65 area is looming on LYFT. You can see it came up to it a few times today and then backed off from it. If they can finally get this lift through $65, looks interesting. Since we're talking about lift, we'll bring the Uber chart up. So still underneath that $45 on Uber. Keep an eye on it for tomorrow. Let's see, what else do we have? Perry was closing strong tonight. PERI, volume 500,000 shares underneath that $4 area. Not really in love with this one, but anything can happen in the markets. Had a strong day today on Perry, so we'll see. PRVB, we traded this one today. Actually, we were going to trade it. We just couldn't get a good fill on it. It kept jumping us today. So the daily chart is improving here again, maybe over that 1335 area for PRVB. Now volume about under 600,000 shares. Want to see some more volume come into this name. PTN was starting to move up a little bit today. Didn't make a big move up through that $1. Has that $6, $7 area, 4 million shares, but trying to curl, trying to round back up. Maybe over 107 on PTN, 4 million shares on that one. REKR, a nice breakout move here on REKR, that 250 area up ahead. Maybe this one wants to make another move, so we'll have it on watch. 500,000 shares. Roku, basing below that 105.25 spot for Roku. Keep it on watch. If you get that break above 105.25, always play Roku relatively with light shares. Can be very volatile intraday and also as a swing trade. RV VLT, I don't know if this thing is going to do anything, but it had popped all the way up to 90 cents. Now we have this pullback back to the 5 EMA and 40 cents. Maybe if you like these under $1 names, if it can get back over 45 cents or so, maybe you might get another pop through 50 cents and then another move up. We'll see. SES showing some strength, another under $1 name, 2.6 million. Big volume expansion here. So has 70 cents up ahead. If you look at the intraday chart, it's come up to 70 cents a few times and been rejected. But if they can get it through that 70 cents, maybe you get that push through 75. Solo, I saw Tesla running today. Tesla, not that Solo compares to Tesla. By the way, we talked about Tesla on the video last night. It did break above that 250 area for a nice push up. So maybe these electric vehicle stocks will get moving again. Solo is one. WKHS was moving up again today. Nice push up on WKHS. Keep that one on watch. It popped above 4, then pulled back from it. So maybe there's more in the tank here. We'll see. What's another one? NIO, the China, the Tesla of China, had a nice run up just under $4. Now pulling back a little bit. Keep your eye on that one if they're going to get electric cars and vehicles going again. What else are we watching? Soli had some news today. Actually, I tried this one over 20 bucks today. It just kind of, where was it on? We did try this one over, yeah, right here. Okay, so we tried it over 20 bucks, the break of 20 bucks. Not large enough shares to take this little mini pop. Then it came back at me, ended up losing 40 cents on SOLY, playing it small today, so just didn't want to cooperate. And it looks like the news that it had today wasn't widely accepted, but we'll see. It's coming back down to the 10 SMA. Can be a nice mover intraday. TTOO had this big pop today, maybe just getting started. Has to start somewhere, so they popped it up to the 20 SMA on TTOO. So we'll see if there's any further buying in that name. VTVT, they had news after the bell tonight. So this one had news after the bell tonight. This news courtesy of the Trade Exchange, highlight data from the phase 3 study. They're also, this is supposed to be VTVT, the symbol here. They're going to be presenting at the Alzheimer's Association International Conference on July 17th at 5 p.m. Pacific Standard Time there. So VTVT popping up in after hours, kind of pulled right back down, but we'll have it on watch for tomorrow. By the way, I forgot to go through the news after the bell tonight. We did get some earnings that came out. JB Hunt, JBHT missed by 12 cents, missed on revenue. JBHT, but maybe they said something good on their conference call. First, it sold off, then they bounced it back real fast. JB Hunt, so that one had earnings after the bell tonight. Let's see if there was any other stocks or earnings. SFBS, earnings per share beat by a penny, revenue in line on that name. IDXG acquires cancer genetics, biopharma services. Let's see if there was anything else as far as news after the bell. CGIX announces strategic transactions. CGIX, that stock moving up in the after hours. It's a under 50-cent name on CGIX, so that one popping a little bit. AQST completes 70 million debt refinancing. Here's that VTVT news again. INT undertakes succession planning for Chief Executive Officer. The CEO is out on that one. Not much reaction in the after hours on INNT. Some of your top insider purchases that came out, FDX, FedEx direct to purchase 600 shares, it looks like here, and WTI also an insider purchase on that name. And that's some of your news that came out after the bell, courtesy of the Trade Exchange. This Z-scaler looks interesting if they can get it back over $84. It did get above that today. We actually got a trade out of it on the break of $84, popped up about 60 cents or so on this name. So if it can take out to 84.10, Z-scaler, we intraday traded it today, but you know, you might want to watch this one for a possible swing trade. The big number up here is around that $85 area, but if you want to try it a little bit earlier, Z-scaler over 84 and change on that name. All right, this is Mike from zozostockwatch.com. If this video has helped you, hit that like button down below the video. By the way, thank you everybody for hitting the like button on the previous videos that we did on Sunday. Each night we do a video. We appreciate the support of the channel. Subscribe if you're new to the channel, and thank you so much. And make sure you watch the Let's Get Ready for the Week Ahead. That has a lot of economic information and earnings that are coming up for the week ahead. All right, buddy, have a good day trading tomorrow. We'll be back at it with another video for tomorrow. Thanks very much. This is Mike from zozostockwatch.com.